Hi. Um, my okay. Okay. Hi. Um, my name is Semi Alazar, and this is my speech. Um, so our time is running out. We are doing irreparable damage to our environment. Anyone who has been on this earth for any amount of time should be fully aware of the fact that climate change is real and it's been an issue. So, to establish that climate change is in fact real, we need to go to NASA's official website, where they say that heat trapping nature of carbon emissions and other gases have been demonstrated within the 19th century, meaning that because of the increase of greenhouse gases, it has caused the Earth overall to warm in response. So this is seen a lot in peaks of hazardous materials being let into the earth, like lead, mercury, cadmium, some flame retardants, as well as a lot of non-recyclables being put places where they shouldn't be. As well as the fact that we see in oceans that the fact that they've warmed, causing a change in the environments for a lot of species. And a lot of the issues that we've been having nowadays with the environment and the changes in temperature, as well as in weather. So as well as that, over the past 130 years, the average global temperature has increased about 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit, which is more than half of the increase over the past 35 years, which means in the past 130 years, only 1.5 degrees Fahrenheit have gone up, and in the past 35 years, we've done more than we have in the last 130. The last 12 years have been the warmest we have ever had in the history of recorded weather. So more than half of the increase has been within 2016 specifically. So in the entire history of the entire world in 2016, it's been the warmest that we've ever had. So essentially, this is because of increased carbon emissions. Because in the last 800,000 years, carbon emissions have been seen to be higher now. We know that this is a fact. The way that basically carbon emissions works is that the pace of warming of the Earth has already been accelerated, and because of the fact that so in the last, the way that the Earth overall does heat itself, but because of the amount of carbon emissions that have been circulating, the heating of the Earth, and specifically in a lot of colder environments, a lot of lakes, rivers, oceans, this is very dangerous. So there's basically heat trapping gases, which are essentially non-negotiable in being the primary factor in contributing to global warming. So these heat trapping factors are defined as greenhouse gases, and a greenhouse gas is any gaseous component of the atmosphere that is capable of absorbing these infrared radiation, which is thereby trapping heat into the atmosphere. So now that we have established that climate change is real, and there's evidence in science to be supporting that it is real, we need to know what we have done to contribute to it. So the amount of carbon-based materials that we use and burn is one of the really large factors in climate change, but a really large one is actually cell phones and other electronic devices. So experts believe that the lifespan of a cell phone is anywhere between 4 and 5 years, but it's actually been proven that nowadays cell phones last between 12 and 18 months. And because of this, a lot of these cell phones just get tossed, and this gets tossed and goes to, so these go to landfills. So the way that throwing something away works is you have a piece of garbage, you throw it away, it goes into your garbage bin, then the garbage bin gets picked up and taken to a landfill by penitentiary men, and all of these items that have been tossed just go into a landfill, and there's nothing establishing what goes where, what is recyclable, what is garbage. So the oceans essentially have absorbed a lot of the increased heat that we see because of the fact that with all of these toxins being thrown into the landfill, it is increasing the carbon emissions in the air, and because of that, heating the oceans. And there's no laws against just throwing your phones in the garbage. So in a year, more than 65,000 tons of electronic garbage get tossed, and only 27 states have passed electronic recycling laws. And because of the fact that we throw away so much garbage, there is a 30% increase in the carbon dioxide that we see going into the atmosphere. So what does this mean? Essentially, we have caused so much damage to our environment through what we do, what we use, and how we use it, that as of now, we only have 12 years to reduce 45% of our carbon emissions, or we've done irreparable damage to our environment and we can't really solve it. So what can we do now? One of the ways that I believe that we could make a change is the reduce, reuse, recycle method, which basically means reduce your garbage, reuse what you can reuse, like Ziploc bags and any type of plastic, and recycle. So your water bottles can be recycled, and papers can be recycled and not thrown away, and things like that. So a way that a person can be involved in things like this are just talking to the people around you and making sure that everyone who you are associating yourself with are well informed of the damages being done and the solutions to stop what we've done to the environment. And just make sure that not only are you informed, but you're informing everybody else. That's my call to action. And if you see anything, try and stop it. If we're all individually try and make a difference, then it's possible for us to input some positivity into the world. Thank you.